All right, good morning. I think it's just so awesome. This is about 7 a.m. Looks a lot darker, but it's 7 a.m. and I'm back at the stunt ranch. Obviously now I'm down by the road. Got started putting buckets out about 6:30. And okay, back to what I turned the camera on for. Look at these clouds. I mean, what's the phrase? GTFO or something. Anyway, get out of here. This is like major rain cloud city. I think that is so awesome and cool and amazing and thrilling. The forecast was for full sun for 10 days when I started 5 watering sessions ago, and this is watering session number 6. And these clouds may clear out of here. You can see a break in there, but then again, it sure is dark for 7, and they may surprise everybody today by the time we get these 3 trees watered over the next couple of hours. So yeah, man, we're winning big time. And I started here just trying to ward off the heat, but started noticing the forecast shifts, the rain in the forecast, all that stuff. And ouch, laser plant down there, not have thorns. Anyway, and now we have rain weather after 2,500 gallons. The air is not moist enough yet, but the clouds are here, and we should have real progress if I just keep going. I think we might get rain by, middle of the week, late end of the week. Who knows? Who knows? It's just building is all I can tell you right now, despite the forecasts. Canaries and coal mines. These trees were watered Saturday morning and Saturday evening. This one had some leaves that have done well since, but the others, they're just so dry, man. I feel like they could use another 250 gallons each, no problem. Same with that one, even though it's doing better. And then the mama tree back here that looks small because we're far away is not a whole lot greener. The light quality is better on all of them, or underneath all of them. This one's probably the healthiest of all of them overall. She got water yesterday too, so did this baby. Directly in front of me, you can't really see, but anyway, they're just so damn dry. Even as the landscape is getting softer and much more just alive. You can see the color in the sky is gorgeous. Like, the atmosphere's changed, the landscape has changed. The literal trees I watered, they're still thirsty as hell. So I'm just contemplating that. How soon do I want to come back? That one got water yesterday morning. I thought there'd be a little more growth on these over here after a couple days. But anyway, lived and learned. All right, good morning. It's about 10 a.m. and just finished the watering here, watering number 6. The tree behind me in the truck over there got the most water, about 300 gallons. Because it's right by the highway, you see, here comes another truck, zoom. It just gets basically battered by wind. Let me flip this. You know what I mean? It's just like isolated from all brush nearly. And then you see here comes another truck. So it's every 30 seconds during the day, maybe on average, that there's some kind of traffic through here. And meanwhile, we have this incredible resource of these trees that I now feel like I'm salvaging or saving, because this is the end of watering session number 6. I worked on that one yesterday, and that one back there yesterday, and this one here yesterday, and these here in the middle Saturday and Sunday morning. And I just thought that they would be actually greener by now, but they're really just kind of going, oh, thank God, you know, we got enough water to hold on. This one also got water on Sunday morning. It does look better, but it was in better shape when we started. So, like, in other words, I feel like we're just staving off what is clearly a worst case scenario for these big trees. All right, so enough about that. This one got 300 gallons because of all those qualitatives: the wind, the road, the heat exhaust, the emissions, the isolation from normal vegetation. You know, what happens in nature is brush, like you see across the street there, where it just suddenly gets to be kind of like humans can't walk through that. That's really what most landscape systems want to be. And at some level, it's just full of leaves. And when we restore that and give it a little hydration, it does so much incredible moist circulation work that we end up with, you know, good weather. So I started on Friday evening to try and stave off this heat wave that got tons of local press, that we were going to have 95 on Saturday, and then Sunday morning they said 95 on Sunday. We had 90 on Saturday, and it was pleasant and warm. I got a watering in Friday night and early Saturday morning before the sun came up, basically. And that seemed to do the trick, just 1,000 gallons on holding it off. Then I got another watering in that evening, and again Sunday morning a little bit later. And so it did feel hotter, but it only got officially up to 91 yesterday, not 95. So we're winning, and then the forecast has shifted from 10 days of full sun Friday night to now like 5 days of clouds. Today they say full sun, 2 more days of full sun, and 2 days of rain this morning at 5:30. I'm not sure what it says at this moment, but anyway, you can see, or you can understand, this incredible sequence of like rapid moist buildup because you give a few superlative trees, these big old grandmothers, even when they're this messed up, this dry, this struggling, give them a few hundred gallons and they start moving moisture through the air in ways that science has yet to fully understand, but you can experience, anyone can understand physically, just by being out here and seeing the landscape green up, and the air get soft and silky, the sky get blue and pretty, the so-called heat wave never come, the oxygen increase. Oh, there's so many amazing benefits that come from giving trees hydration over the whole landscape, not just at that tree. So give it a shot. Water your trees with trickles, ideally definitely right at the base of the trunk. One hole in the bucket, just drip, real slow, for about an hour per 5-gallon bucket, or if you want to use some kind of other technology, that slow, drip, just real gentle. You want to imitate like a perfect long rain to get your landscape to cool off, green up, become impervious to fire, and start to regenerate and recycle moisture both through its body and over the large landscape, so the whole system gets protected and we live a much happier day. All right, thanks a lot. Catch you soon. Hey, it's 6:15 p.m. These are not the kind of clouds that show up on the radar usually. They're so wispy, but these are nice wispy clouds. It really wasn't forecasted. And we are still upwind of the work area by several miles. So this is like a nice, just a nice subtle surprise. Looking at the entire country today, there wasn't a single drop of rain. I was watching the Apple 12-hour forecast or 12-hour radar forecast, and it just the rain just stayed off of all 48 states today. So it's not just us or anything. There's serious bad shit afoot, and people are catching on, but we need people to catch on to the immediate accessible solution of water and trees. That's what I'm doing. And there we go. Now we're looking at the area, and you can see it's a hazier, kind of cottonier horizon. We're getting too low, but anyway, onto the site. That's a good sign. That hazy, cottony stuff over where I was working is a really good sign. All right, so just set down these 2 buckets. That's why they're rocking. But you can see the other ones have been trickling down for a while now. And because there's this platform here, you can really kind of see the rate that they trickle down, like nice, gentle, plumpy rainfall. You know, they're not, no 2 holes are alike, but you want a small hole so that your root ball of your tree is just getting this delightful hour of shower, basically, right where it can drink the water the best, which is where it established itself when it was a tiny seed. And that's it. That's all you got to do. 1 hole in the bucket right at the rim. See how close that hole is. And then you can put the bucket right up against the trunk so that that trickle goes right to it. All right, good evening. Look at that. It's a lot of color. I'm not sure what all those colors are. There's lavender and blue and purple and yellow and white. And amazing things. This is a quick report on what's been happening. So far, that's gotten about 200 gallons, a little more than. It got, I think I tabulated about 80 gallons, maybe 90 gallons before that. So it's close to 300. A little over, a little under, but it was over all of the days I've been here. So that's 4 days. Friday night, nothing on Saturday. Then yesterday afternoon, and now tonight getting the full rest of its hydration. Plus, because this one, which I did yesterday afternoon in the heat, I mentioned on the way out the door from doing it, I was like, man, this thing just feels like it wants another 200 gallons. So we've actually got about 250 or 300 remaining, because I've already got a bunch out. A bunch of buckets are full. And we'll see, I'm planning on at least 200 here. And most likely, please fill, most likely the rest of it distributed over here kind of clumsily and having fun with getting moisture in that little grove, and then saving all this for coming back and giving them a second hydration also. And the front grove needs finishing, so there's 2 more waterings easy if I do it that way. That's the plan. This is probably the sign off until I'm driving out of here in a couple more hours, 3 more hours, whatever it is. Long time, but be back. Okay, we'll have to share this. It's nearly 9:45, nearly 9:45. That's the moon. You can kind of see there's just some spectacular stars, but I guess you can't really see with the iPhone. Over here is the circle of buckets under the grandmother tree that I watered 420 gallons or something like that yesterday. Yeah, that's right. Roughly, and now tonight another 200. And just kind of did it again a little more at high speed, but it's certainly ready to, you know, absorb the water and everything. So wrapping it up now, just packing the buckets and driving out. This is the other tree. Looks so cool, the dart. And you see lots of little buggies. So cool. To be continued. See you tomorrow.